name is Nick Patterson. I am originally from New York City. I think you guys can tell a little bit. And then I got this bright idea to move up into the Pocono Mountains where it's really cold. So I've been living there for the past 2 months. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my story. Is that back in 2007, I owned 3 companies. And I owned a mortgage business, a title business, and a real estate management company. We owned and operated 20 properties in the New York City area. And things were going pretty good in my life. You know, I'll never forget sitting down and going over our goals for January of 2007. Guys, July of 2007 changed my life forever. The mortgage meltdown started. See, I worked a lot on the back end of the mortgage industry, so I already knew what was coming with the subprime market and all-day paper. I already knew, I felt what was coming. And I'll never forget going home, sitting down with my wife and looking her in the eyes. I was 33 years old at the time, and you know, guys, I worked really hard. I opened up those businesses when I was 20 years old, and I had to look my wife in the eyes and basically tell her that I think it's over. Everything that I worked hard for up to that point was going to be snatched away because of some bankers that started making some mismanagement of money. They all got their bailout. I didn't get my bailout. Did you get your bailout? I'm still waiting for my bailout. I'm waiting for my check. But I took a look at this business, just like you. I actually sat in the back corner, first seat. I had my arms folded. I really wasn't interested. I was upset. I didn't want to start all over again. But I had a wife who was very demanding. She told me, "You broke it, you better go fix it." And I had 2 girls. I now have a son, Marty, and just as of last Wednesday, we got confirmed I'm going to be having my 4th child, so I'm really excited about that. That leads me to I have 3 main reasons why I started this business. The number 1 reason was more time with my family. See, I owned those 3 businesses. I thought I was a big-time business owner, but what I really figured out that those businesses owned me. Well, the time with my family, guys, that's not a problem because my father-in-law says he wished Andy would send me out on the road so I can stop having children. He tells me he's going to get me a big flat screen TV. Well, the second reason was debt. See, July of 2007, what started happening there, and over the next 12 months, 75% of my income was cut. I personally guaranteed a lot of those loans. I had them tied into some of the stocks, bonds, and savings. So I was personally liable for all the debt, so that was the second reason why I looked to start this part-time energy business. The third reason, something pretty humbling, and it was really embarrassing for me to say for probably the first 2 years in this business, is that for the rest of 2008, I lived on my daughter's college education. We had to use it to pay our mortgage. We had to use it to buy groceries. I went from being somebody who was pretty successful figures, to somebody who had to budget myself with 4 kids on a $60 a week grocery shopping list. It was extremely tough for us. The 4th reason came later on was I changed my life. I'm a deep man of faith now. And I really seen the importance of giving back to my church, my charity, and really blessing other missionaries and other people around the world because I felt that the Lord has blessed me so much over the last couple of years. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over something with you guys today that has transformed and changed my life. It's helped me grow both as a business person, it's helped me grow both as a better father and a better husband because of that time, and because of what I'm building long term. Let's see if this might make some sense to you guys. When I looked at my first presentation, you know, I took a look at Jerry's vision, being the finest, most respected retail energy provider in the country. It didn't say to become the largest, most profitable. And guys, I've sat on many boards. I was in the back offices with a lot of these corporate CEOs. They all have vision statements and mission statements and the call for culture. But they were the ones that affected this economy by their bid decision, and they're the ones. So to me, to be able to sit back and look at this CEO of this company, I had the privilege of doing this in front of him in Philadelphia last week. I've been very proud and humbled to be a part of this company, to see somebody who walks the talk. That's the gentleman I'm referring to, is Jerry Thompson on the right. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Jerry and Chris for a second. Jerry Thompson is the grandson of the founders of the Southland Corporation. For those of you who don't know the Southland Corporation, it's better known as 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is the most successful retail franchise in the world, with over 45,000 locations. Both Jerry's grandfather, Jerry's father, and Jerry's two uncles started that business and grew it to one of the most successful franchises. Jerry's an entrepreneur in his own right. Jerry took advantage of the telecom industry. He was laying fiber optics when people said, hey, we're not going to need it. When he went to MCI, AT&T, and Sprint and told them what he was doing, they said, hey, we're not going to need all this fiber optic you're laying down. To me, I believe Jerry was a visionary. Why? Because the internet came along, and that's what started gobbling up. He took Caprock and sold it. Actually, in 1996, it was ranked the #1 fastest growing company in North Dallas, Texas. And he sold that company for over $600 million in stock options. Chris Chambliss, he's our CMO on the left. A little about Chris. Chris was part of the executive team of a company called Excel Communications from $30 million to $1 billion. Well, that's a really big feat in Wall Street as we look at it. When companies, when they kind of measure companies, they talk about the sweet spot, they look at a company, how long it took to go from 0 to $1 billion. You had AT&T, MCI, Sprint, and then Excel. Chris was part of that executive team. Ambit Energy was founded in 2006. It grew to $400 million in its 4th year. And guys, something I'm really proud about is that this past October of 2010, we ranked the #1 fastest growing privately held company in America. I've bought and sold companies before, and the first thing I looked at in Ambit Energy is I looked at the investor strength. I always want to know what investors are behind the company. So guys, we have investors such as the Thompson family. We have investors such as the Hunt family, the Carter family. The Carter family is well known for starting the Dallas Mavericks, the NBA championships Dallas Mavericks. And I was never such a hard Dallas Mavericks fan, but I wanted anybody to beat LeBron. I'm a Knicks fan, and when he left, I said, I don't care, I'm moving against him. That investor strength has brought high growth experience. We also have a Fortune 500 executive team. Our CIO, John Burke, was just ranked the top 100 IT by Computer World. We also have attracted some other executives from companies such as Southwest Airlines. We have a long-term purchase agreement with a major energy supplier. Our major energy supplier is the #1 largest energy corporation in the world, the #2 most profitable energy corporation in the world, right behind Walmart. The wave is coming. Every single person in here has a right to choose, right? Since deregulation happened, every single person, you're getting the phone calls late at night, right? People knocking on your door. The timing is perfect. So think about this. BG&E is telling you to go out there to save money and pick an ESCO company. You just happen to be sitting in a room with the best company, with the best opportunity, and the best benefits for all your customers, friends, and family. I'm going to talk a little bit about the timing and why I feel the timing is extremely perfect. If you take a look at the map right now, if you look at the light gray states, those are states that deregulation is not happening yet. The dark gray states is where deregulation is happening right now. If you look at Ambit Energy, we are in 5 states right now. We're in Texas, Illinois. I got corrected last week, Illinois. Guys, I speak Brooklynese. I'll change everything. Pennsylvania, Maryland. You look at timing for a second. Would you rather be sitting here in a meeting 2 years, 5 years, 6 years from now, when you have 75% of this map orange? Would you rather be sitting in this meeting, in this room right now, when we're in 5 states, about to expand into other states? The timing could not be better. Here's something that I love all the time, is I talk to people and say, oh, you've been in the state for 6 months. Guys, we have less than 3% market penetration. If you go to BG&E, it's less than 1%, Pennsylvania less than 1%, New York City less than 2%. So that 99, 98, 97 out of 100 people don't even know who we are. Well, that's our job. That's why we get paid. Let me explain to you a little bit how it works. BG&E for the last 100, 150 years, the incumbent provider before them, they used to handle the generation, they used to handle the delivery, and they would handle the supply. Well, the government said you're a monopoly. The government says we're not going to have that. You can charge your customers whatever you want for 3 years. We're going to force deregulation and bring in competition, which is going to keep rates down. This is how it works right now, guys. The generation is handled by our partner. Our partner who generates it. The delivery is still handled by the incumbent provider, BG&E. Ambit Energy is the supplier. So think about this. Your bill right now is split into 2. You got to pick somebody. Why not pick pick somebody who's the lowest to give you benefits, and what I'm going to go into right now. What I like to explain to people is that nothing is changing for you. Zero, nothing. There's nobody coming out there and taking out the BG&E meter and putting in an AMBER meter. Guys, it's a seamless, streamlined process. Wow, I'm getting recorded by all these guys. I'm going to start selling DVDs. There's no cost to switch. Nothing changes for you. BG&E is still going to bill you. Is BG&E doing a good job collecting everybody's money? Yeah. That's what I thought. And everyone uses it. The only place I can say this in all probably 50 states is Lancaster, because there's a lot of Amish people over there, so they really don't use electricity. How many business owners do we have in the room? Okay? Think about this for a second. For business owners, no inventories, no deliveries, no collections. Usually, I ask that, I always get people clapping. I'm like, man, they must not really be business owners. If I was able to collect my money, I'd be able to order inventory and have them deliver it. But collecting money was a huge, huge process, a huge difficulty for me to do. We have impressive savings and benefits, no credit check. If you're a BG&E customer, you can be an AMBER Energy customer. And a satisfaction guarantee. A free 2-night gift just from enrollment. I want to, by a show of hands, how many people here got a free 2-night hotel voucher for BG&E when you turned on your service? He's choking in the back, right? Think about that. You can go to one of 26 destinations, Atlantic City, Poconos, Hawaii, just for trying the service. Monthly travel rewards points. How many people have a Capital One, Bank of America, American Express, right? I know me. I use my wife purposely uses the card. I don't know what her reason is, but I use it to pay off stuff. She's wasted, you know. She come back to me and says, well, we got an extra 500 points. Well, you spent $500. That's why we got the 500 points. Matter of fact, she's calling me right now. She probably hears me talking about it. Think about this for a second. For every kilowatt used, I personally use 1,000 kilowatts a month in my house. So I get 1,000 points every month. We get to take those points and you can use them for any type of discounted travel. So if I use a couple thousand points a month, I get to redeem that over the course of a year, 2 years, and put it in for some discounted travel. Think about this for 1 second. Every customer gets a free website. So why would a customer need a free website? So everybody in here, if you just said, hey, we're going to become a customer, if we're going to be the lowest rate in town, which we basically are, okay, there's no cost to switch, okay, you're going to get some additional reward points, a free 2-night hotel voucher. Does anybody here think they can at least refer 5 people? Right? Listen, I had pizza on the way up here. Terrible. I'm from New York, guys. I had some pizza over here. I'm going to warn all you guys not to go to that place. So, if you refer 5 people, think about it. First of all, they called it Brooklyn's Pizza in Baltimore. What's up with that? I knew I was wrong. I should have walked in as soon as I seen that sign. So, if you refer 5 family and friends, they get to choose one of 7 vacation packages. They can choose Carnival Cruise. They can choose a companionship flight for 4. Think about this, guys, for a second. Every single person uses this product. They're going to save money, no inconvenience for them, a 2-night hotel voucher, rewards points, refer 5 people, 5 family, 5 friends, and get to pick one of 7 packages after they stay on the service 60 days. Right there, I would say game over, right? Well, think about this for a second. AMBER Energy took it to the next level. I believe right here that this last point is the reason why we're the #1 fastest growing privately held company in America. See, AMBER Energy wants to reward our customers for giving referrals, for being loyal customers. If you refer 15 customers, AMBER Energy will pay you up to free energy. I'm going to explain real quick how this works. I told you my bill before, 1,000 kilowatts. My bill is about $250 a month. My supply is about $150 a month. So AMBER Energy takes, if I refer 15 customers just like me, they take the average of that 150, okay, and they give me a deduction on my BG&E bill for $150 every single month. Guys, you're just educating your friends and your family. There is no selling in this. You are educating them on something that's happening with or without them. They're going to change eventually. Better off helping out you, me, and our businesses, right? So we can go and get what we want, help our families. Guys, my part is done. You guys have been absolutely great. The next person